YouTube. I wanted to come with you quickly with a little speech that I had wrote back in January for President Trump. It's not very long, but I did want to read this. It's called The Deciding Factor, the People's Choice. President Donald Trump's run for the White House in 2016 was a phenomenon. The wave that sent a wave of critics to undermine President Trump's ability to oversee our nation's need of change in our country for the future of America, 8 years before our nation was spiraling downward. And our economy, foreign policies, climate change, and most important, morals. The nation, who all nations recognize as strong and powerful, was viewed as weak. 2016, the run for the White House was up for a newly elected president, an individual with a vision to bring America back from her fallen state. President Donald Trump's policies seem to fit the answer to solve the issues of our nation. The road for President Trump would be a rocky one. Critics, the left wing, the Democrats, would define the run for the White House as no fair game. President Trump's views on the last 8 years of the Obama administration would prove to be a great challenge to clean up behind the Democrats' policies and broken promises of a party that speaks of change but never to deliver. For the people, President Trump's love for America was demonstrated for real change. What past president receives $1 to run and protect our beloved America? Zero comes to mind. Americans were stunned by the decision to take $1 to govern and oversee America's successes. To run a country is discipline and requires great courage. To bring a wounded nation back to greatness. The concept of the Democrats, no prior government office, was a factor in the decision to write President Trump off as unqualified. For the last 4 years, change did come. That was promised by a Democratic president 8 years prior. Talk and no action. President Trump would deliver and stand on the fulfillment of all of his promises to the American people. Not only the change that was promised, but these 5 famous words: to make America great again, would be exactly what President Trump would deliver. The Democrats would become unhinged. Their words change were never founded to be fulfilled. Only broken promises of change to America. The year 2016, President Trump would accomplish the win. Democrats so desperately needed to destroy every policy that President Trump would declare is a good, sound choice for the American people. The promise of failed policies, spoken by our prior president, Barack Obama, Democrats began a witch hunt for President Trump's impeachment. A long list of false lies would begin wars and split and injure the foundations of America. A strong, powerful people together would soon prove to be a nation divided. President Trump's last 4 years has ushered in prosperity back to our nation. Why? His honor for God. The foundations of America was established by our forefathers: Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Samuel Adams, and many, many more, 70 in total. Signed September 17th, 1787, the articles referring to God. All powers under government, legislative, executive, derived under God. These words from our founding forefathers give we as Americans insight of what was forgotten: God. President Trump's presidency has reminded we as society that we can never forget that God made America the powerful nation that she is today. Why has race become the focus of our nation? We as a nation are not moving forward in time, but we as Americans are repeating history. President Trump has been accused of playing the race card. Thinking back in history, I recall during Obama's reign of 8 years, America began to see the race barrier become more prominent in America. President Trump would awake to accusations of racism. Let's take a look back in history. Leadership Conference Summit. President Trump attends a Young Black Leadership Conference in 2019. And these are the words, quote, President Trump speaks. He says, to every young person, you represent America's future. You are the best, the brightest, the bravest, and the boldest. And someday, you are going to be setting records like nobody before. You speak out for values and principles that have made America the most exceptional nation anywhere on earth. More research found that President Trump is no racist. The unemployment rates for African Americans have all reached record highs, as well as Hispanic and Asians, etc. The Democrats would love nothing more than to assassinate President Trump's character. The reason for this assassination? Let's see. Because President Trump delivered on all his promises to the American people. Now, President Trump's record is looking pretty good. And I have to be fair. Have you ever noticed an individual or individuals, they call out something that you did that they couldn't deliver? Well, that's just called plain old jealousy, and it's as old as time. Democrats, start lining up your hot cocoa and your therapy dogs, because you're going to need it for the next 4 years. And I just wanted to give this poem or this speech to the American people, and so this could soak in. But I wanted to read this speech to you. And God gave me this speech, and these are not my words, but they are words of God Jehovah. Thank you for tuning in and watching my video. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, it's rhondatubbs25@gmail.com. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next week, and God bless.